Be real with yourself and do not max out your spending. Why? Because, Anthony, we desire freedom. We desire peace. I'm sleeping good at night. Some of y'all watching right now are sleeping good right now. And the rest of you all who are a little nervous and not sleeping as good, I want you to sleep good with me. But that sounded kind of... Let me reword that.
What's happening? No capping. We with AO, about to get a plate bowl. Pull up to the table. Let's go.
Some of us, for the first time, are about to, or we are experiencing a recession for the first time. It was 2008. I think I was right around 23 years old. At 22, 23, 24, somewhere right around there. And I had a job. I was a bill collector and I wasn't watching the news. I really didn't feel the impact of, that period when it came to the housing market and what people were going through. So this is, and this will be the first recession that I am going through. I am going through as a business owner with a team, and I've received so many emails, so many DMs, so many, text messages asking like, yo, AO, should we be concerned? Should we be concerned? And I said, you know what, let me just do a video. Let me talk to my people. Let me give you my thoughts, my opinion. And again, I am not an expert in the economy. That is not what I study. I am a personal financial guide. I guide you in the areas of your personal finances, but I do not study the economy. So I am not coming from this perspective as an expert in the economy field, but I am coming to you to encourage you, to inspire you, to take some weight off of your chest. And so before we get into just some things on, okay, what can we do? How can we financially survive this recession that we are going through, that we are about to experience? What are some things we could put into place right now, today, to soften some of the things that's coming up? And you know what are some things that we should be doing during this recession? We're going to talk about that today, because I'm gonna be honest with you all. I feel good. And I feel good for you. I feel good for you and your family. And I'm going to tell you why here very soon. But before we get started, you guys, I want you to hit that thumbs up. Y'all, we are moving very quickly to really hitting that goal of hitting 500,000 subscribers on YouTube and close to, 600,000 downloads on my podcast. So do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, share, and share this video. Number two, in the midst of a recession, one of the things we're going to talk about is really dialing down on your savings. And so before I get into today's show, I really want to spend some time and look at this camera and tell you, hey, listen, you need to open up a savings account and you need to clearly make sure that savings account is not in a place to where you will be tempted to spend money. Okay, and I know a lot of you all right now saying, Anthony, trust me, I'm not spending money, and that's great. But here's something that I really love about my friends over at Prize Pool. Because they understand we're in the middle of a recession. We're still dealing with COVID issues. Gas prices are at an all-time high. We are about to experience some things that a lot of us have never experienced. And so Prize Pool is offering you not a lot, but they're offering you a high interest rate for your money to sit there. And then also they're going to be giving away cash prizes throughout the week for just allowing your money to sit with them. They're going to be giving away anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to a grand prize every single month from $10,000 to $20,000 during this recession for you just parking your money with them. And so I am going to drop the information in today's show notes. You can go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com/savings. Go open up a Prize Pool account today. Move your emergency fund over there today. Park your money over there today, because I promise you, now is the time to where we really take savings seriously. So I know some of you all are watching this show and you're a little fearful. You're nervous. You're trying to figure out, okay, what's happening? You're seeing the news talk about this. You're seeing this, and oh my gosh, we're gonna have this. We're gonna have that. But here's my thing, and I want to start off this show by saying, you know what? This is not new to our God. He knew that this would be coming. He knew that this would be happening. He knew that we were going to go through this. I mean, a lot of us millennials, this is new for all of us. And you know what? I'm kind of a little excited about this because I'm like, man, all right, I can get through this season and talk to my kids about this, but I really don't think it's going to be that bad. Again, I'm not an expert. But from the experts that I study, from the experts that I look up to, that I value their opinion, all of them are saying, yeah, we're going to see a little dump. We are. I mean, the stock market has gone down about 20%. But they're like, but hey, okay, cool. I mean, we got to make some adjustment. This is normal. So for those of you all who are wondering, okay, Anthony, what is even a recession? What does a recession mean? It simply means this: when our nation's economy experiences a negative gross domestic product, GDP, okay? When our nation's economy experiences negative gross domestic product, GDP, we learned about GDP in school, rising levels of unemployment, falling retail sales, okay, and contracting measures of income and manufacturing for an extended period of time. This would be at least about two good quarters, 6 months. Recessions are considered an unavoidable part of the business cycle. Okay, we could not avoid this. It was coming, and in my respectful opinion, COVID started it. COVID started it. Okay. And so what we're seeing right now is that the system is resetting itself. Okay. And so what we got to do is prepare ourselves for what happens. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to keep it real with you. They're saying that some people may lose their job based upon the past. Okay, cool. But here's the truth, you guys. We haven't lost our jobs yet. Okay, you're watching this. You still got a great job. So what are some things that we can put into place right now to really get us in position to be prepared for what could be coming? Because I really do believe you're going to be able to keep your job, but we need to budget for the worst. All right. That's the very first thing. We need to budget for the worst. We're going to hope, we're going to pray, we're going to desire the very best, but we have to be financially prepared for the worst. Okay. If you're struggling right now to pay your bills or might lose your job, you need to put your budget into conservative mode. Anthony, what do you mean by conservative mode? Well, a while back, I did a video around the 4 walls, really protecting you and your family, okay? You're going to cover your basic needs, your food. Food is at an all-time high right now, okay? And so you need to sit down and do your grocery shopping. You guys, you're not going out to eat right now. Brothers, if you're watching this and you're struggling to pay your bills, now is the time that maybe you need to pause dating. Okay, let me keep it a buck with you. Now is not the time, brothers, to be trying to impress her with an expensive, date. Nah, man. No. Now is not the time to be spending unnecessary money, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck already, especially if you're struggling to get by, especially if you look at your paycheck and if one unexpected thing happens, you're freaking out. So right now, what you need to do is really put that budget in conservative mode. This is, all right, cool. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut cable. We're gonna cut Hulu. We're gonna cut Disney Plus. We're gonna keep Netflix. We're gonna keep one video. And you know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You may need to cut all your streaming music apps and get on YouTube. Get on YouTube, play all your songs through there if you are struggling. Right? And so the very first thing you need to do is cover your food. Get your groceries, do the shopping, and just get food. Do not get a bunch of snacks. Get food. Get your meats. Okay. Get your veggies. Get your starch. Get the stuff that you honestly need and that you will enjoy eating. Let's keep it a buck. All right. Then after that, you're gonna be focused on your rent and your mortgage. Okay. You're gonna be focused on your rent and your mortgage. You got to make sure that is taken care of. Then your utilities. You're going to be paying your utilities on time. Some companies, I remember when I was renting in North Carolina, some companies will actually allow you to be on a guaranteed monthly type payment plan. I don't know if they still do that, but to where it's like, hey, for the next 6 months, you pay X amount of dollars. So if you go above it, you're still paying X amount of dollars. If you go below it, you still got to pay that X amount of dollars. And it tends to average out, right? But I would really take care of your utilities. This is going to be your lights, your gas, your water, your cell phone, because you need communication. And then pretty much, at the end of that, it's your transportation. Okay. Make sure that your car is in good standings right now. Make sure you have a good oil change. Make sure you're keeping your gas at least half a tank to full tank. If you're driving to work right now, get creative. If you're struggling, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, ask one of your employees if they're passing by your house there. Hey, can I drive with you today and you drive with me tomorrow? How can we get creative right now so we can start just setting aside money? Okay, we're gonna cut out all unnecessary expenses. Okay. Right now, listen, DoorDash and Uber Eats, you need to delete the apps from your phone. Dining out, okay, you ain't got time to be taking her out, taking him out. If I'm talking to you and you're looking at me right now, here's a good thing. You're in your room. You're in your house. You're listening to me driving in your car. It's only me and you. You can keep it a buck with yourself. And if you are struggling, if you are living paycheck to paycheck, dining out, ordering Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub, these monthly subscriptions or even your premium services that you don't even use like Amazon Prime, you need to cut. You need to cut it. Because you ain't going to be ordering a lot on Amazon Prime. Save yourself $14 a month. You're probably saying, Anthony, it's only $14. Okay, $14 a month on Amazon Prime. $15 a month on Netflix. And I think Netflix just went up. You know what I'm saying? Like 15, 20 bucks on Netflix. We're already at about, what's that, 35, 40 bucks right there. Then we look at, you got Hulu. That's another 10, 15 bucks. Then you look at Spotify. That's another 10 bucks. You look at Apple Music. That's another 10 bucks. Then you look at Disney Plus, another 10 bucks. You already at $100 a month right there that you can cut and put back into your budget. That's $100 a month that's going towards your groceries. That's $100 a month that's going towards your gas in your car. That's $100 a month that can go towards your utilities. Again, a lot of you all watching right now, I get it. I get it. And you know what's so funny? I'm gonna be laughing here soon, because once we really get that budget together, right? Really sit down and assess where you are with your budget, cut unnecessary expenses, put the focus things in your budget and focus on that. So right now, you can start putting money into your prize pool savings account, right? You can start saving. So that way, if you unfortunately lose your job, which I really don't think you are. I can't say you're not. I'm not going to do that. But I really don't think that you are. But if you do, you know what? This season that we're in just becomes an inconvenience because you listened to me. You budgeted. You lived below your means. You didn't spend unnecessary money at this present time. And you're just stacking cash. Listen. Let's say you have a little bit of room and you are, attacking your debt right now. And let's say you are nervous about your particular job and there is a possibility that you may lose, your job. Okay, cool, great. All right, what are you going to do? You're going to start saving. You're going to start preparing. You're going to start putting as much money in your savings account so you can get 3 months, 6 months of expenses into this account quickly and that's fast as possible. You're gonna sell some things in your house. You got them Gucci backpacks. You don't need it right now. Sell it. Sell it. Hair appointments, you don't need 3, 4 hair appointments a month. Stop going. Go once a month. As a matter of fact, get creative and do your own hair. I know y'all ladies don't like that. I know you don't. But right now, I'm talking to people who are living paycheck to paycheck. I'm not talking to people who are stable, they have a job that they feel is good, their business is doing well, and they know I'm gonna be good throughout this recession. Cool. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who are in my DMs right now, scared and nervous, which while I respectfully understand why you are nervous, but here's my thing. Okay, cool. Focus on the things that you can control. Don't focus on things you can't control. You can't control what the economy is doing right now, but you can control what your home is doing. You can get your house in order. You can set things straight for your home and get yourself in a position to where if it does happen, if life happens to you, you are in a better situation and you were prepared for this. You were prepared for it. Now, for those of us who are saying, you know what, Anthony, I feel good, but I still want to make the right decisions with my income. I feel confident my job is going to keep me. I feel confident my business is still going to do well throughout these next few months that, as we experience and we see what happens. What should I be doing? Man, I want you to assess your debt. Okay. I want you to attack that debt. I want you to eliminate your debt. So this way, while you have your job, I really want you to make sure that you're doing that. Now, here's what I will say to everybody. If you have a good job, right, we really don't know. I would say maybe pause paying on your debt, get you some money in a savings account, get a good little cushion in there. Once you get that cushion in there, then go back to paying off your debt. It's bottom line, okay? And when I say the debt, I want you to use the debt snowball method. Okay, you want to list all of your debts, smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate. Do not go after the highest interest rate. Listen to me. Do not go after the highest interest rate. Line up your debt from smallest to largest amount. Attack the smallest one and make the minimum payments on the rest. Okay. Once you pay off that first debt, then what I want you to do is roll that over to the next one and attack it. If you have a real cause to believe you might lose your job during this recession, pay what you can towards your debt and prioritize saving your cash flow. What I mean by this, if even if you're making good money, at your job and there's a possibility, make your minimum payments on your debt, but get some cash set aside. And I'm trying to be very wise in what I'm saying, right? Because I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone, because some of these people are my friends. Some of these people are people who I love and admire. But the last 10 years, man, it's been this whole lifestyle thing of showing off the Bugattis, the Lamborghinis, the name brand clothes, the big houses, and here's how you can, rack up debt. I love debt, and get debt, and use OPM, other people's money, to get to fund the lifestyle that you want, and cash is not king. Well, listen, man, my friend Dave Ramsey says it best: cash is king. And I think one of the main reasons why I feel very confident, and I'm not scared, is because I have cash sitting in my savings account and I don't have any debt. I have the nice cars. I have the real nice home. But before I got that stuff, I focused and I built a fully funded savings account. I started off with just doing, the bare minimum of 3 to 6 months of expenses. And then one of my business coaches said, man, why don't you stretch that to, 3 to 6 months of your lifestyle? I was like, yo, that's actually pretty dope. So that way I don't have to change if something happens. But if something does happen, then I can take that lifestyle down to expenses. So I was like, yo, that's actually pretty wise. And then when I hit that, I was in a small group of other millionaires, and they said, man, for us, man, COVID just really taught us we need to have at least 6 months to a year in savings. And so, you know what? I stressed it on my personal side and say, you know, I like that. Because I saw things coming, right? I saw how the market was going. I was listening to, experts in the space, and I was like, okay, cool. Let me just stretch it. Let me just go to 12 months. So now I'm at 12 months of my expenses, which that could be 6 months of my lifestyle. And so I said, all right, cool. Let me just focus on 12 months of my expenses and check this out. 12 months of my expenses is just my mortgage payment and utilities. It's not a whole lot, right? Because I don't have debt. And so the reason why is those of y'all watching me right now, you're like me, like, hey, Anthony, I don't have any debt. Still a little nervous because I don't want to lose income. What should I be doing? And my thing is, man, just put some more money in your savings right now. But if you are in debt, if you do have student loans, if you do have car notes and credit card bills, and you have a guaranteed job, listen, I really want you to focus on that. This is why I teach the message of living below your means. And one of my friends said, man, I don't believe in that message of living below your means. I'm like, well, do you have a savings account? Yeah, I got a savings. Do you have any investments? Are you investing into a 401k or like a Roth IRA or any type of, mutual funds? Yeah, I am. Well, you do believe in living below your means. What do you mean? Because if you're not living below your means, this means when you get the check in, that means you're spending it all. You're not saving none of it. You're not investing none of it. It comes in, it's going right back out. And he was like, well, I just believe, I just need to make more money. Well, yeah, go make more money. But you don't spend everything that you make. That's not even good stewardship. That's not even wise counsel. I believe that wisdom says, hey, if you make 100, give God back his 10, pay yourself 10, whatever that is, 10, 20%, whatever you want to do, and then pay your bills. So if you follow just that simple message, I believe 10% to God, 15% into my investments. I put another 10% into my savings, especially if I'm saving towards like a big purchase or something like that. Then I pay my bills. Then I'm generous. Then I go have fun. But it's like I'm paying God and myself first. So I'm not spending everything that I have, and you should not be spending anything that you have neither. And so I really wanted to just spend some time on here and just tell you, like, man, if you've been attracted to those people who are showing off the Lamborghinis, and there's nothing wrong with that, because again, I have a nice car. But what I'm saying is people out here talking about go get into debt. Those are the same people that are about to be struggling here over the next year. These are the same people who are going to be stressed out. These are the same people who are going to be worried because now they have all this debt that they have, all these monthly payments that they have, but their income is going to stop coming in as much. They're going to lose some offers. They're going to lose some clients. It's just naturally going to happen. Heck, I had one of my brand deals sent me a nice little, email asking to talk, saying, hey, we don't know what the economy is going to do tomorrow or this soon, but we just want to give you a heads up, that we may have to, lower our contract. I said, okay, cool, great, no problem. No problem at all. I totally understand. It didn't freak me out. Why? Because I was living below my means. I wasn't spending everything that I have. I have a fully funded savings account. And so if you do not have a savings account right now, here's what I want you to do. Go and open up a savings account right now. Right now. Go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. There's no minimum amount that you need to open up this account. You're going to get a good interest rate. You're going to get some reward points from them. They're going to really be there with you throughout this whole recession-proof time. Now, I got this question in from one of my team members, and she asked me, she said, how much does bankruptcy actually go up in a recession? And here's the truth, okay? Bankruptcy does typically increase during a recession, but it depends on how bad the recession is. And again, I really don't think we're going to have a bad recession. That is my personal opinion. I am not an expert in the economy. I'm just telling you off of what I've studied, off of what I've read, off of what I've been listening to the people who study the economy, off of my people who I trust as experts. They're all saying the same thing, right? But here's the thing. We got to take the steps necessary to proactively prepare your finances because you can control your finances. You can control your home. If you're having trouble financially or have real concerns that you might lose your job in a recession, then find ways to increase your income, okay? Because here's the truth. A recession does come with fewer jobs. It does come with people losing their jobs. This is why I am launching a program here soon to where I'm going to be teaching you how you could do what I do from home and make money from home to where you can be making six figures a year from home. And so if you want to learn more about how you can start that now on the side, I haven't released a date yet. I'm just dropping it. I'm just giving people a little heads up like, hey, I'm about to launch something. I'm only going to open up to 50 people this year because I'm going to spend some quality time with you. I mean, really help you develop, inside of you, what is your message? What is your brand? What do you want to do? And I'm going to teach you how to do what I do on YouTube, podcasts, and blogging. I got some friends, they're going to come in and we're just going to sew into you and help you become, an influencer that is impactful. Not just an influencer that can just go in there and just smile. No. Not just an influencer that can just post pictures. No. What is the God-given message and the God-given talent that God has given you? And we're going to walk you through my 6 C's and how you can turn that message into currency for you and your family. And so if you want to be a part of that, if you want to learn how to do this on the side, then I would encourage you to text the word 6 brand. That's the number 6 BRAND to 615-930-3431. Again, that is 615-930-3431. Text the word 6 brand. That is the number 6 BRAND to 615-930-3431. Because here's the truth. Right now, there are plenty of side jobs that you could do. Okay. You can start a side business. Like what I said, if you have something that you may not be an expert in per se, but you have a message, you've put the hours in, you want to give your opinion, man, listen, you can make good money, anywhere from 6 figures to 7 figures a year just from doing this. And I have the system, okay? I have the system that will teach you how to do that. Now, once you get the system, how you work the system determines your financial outcome. I'm not one of those scammers out there, hey, do this and you'll make $1 million. No, I'm going to give you the system that has taken good care of me and my team, okay? And if you work that system and work it the way that I work it or work it the way God has given you to work it, you will be very successful. I'm going to be teaching in there on how literally you can have 500 subscribers. And if you really love your subscribers with that $500 subscribers, you can make it easy $2,000-$3,000 that first month. So again, text the word if you want to learn that. And this is not for everybody. If you want to learn that, text the word 6 brand to 615-930-3431. But another one that is very popular right now is mystery shopping, okay? Oftentimes you'll get paid in merchandise like groceries and you get paid cash, okay? So you can go to a grocery store, you can walk in there and the grocery store company will give you $100 to go buy some groceries, but you got to come back and report how was your experience. Did someone greet you at the front door? Was the aisles clean? Were people putting stuff up and putting things back in? How was your cashier? Did she smile at you? Did she try and offer you to get one of the nice little reward cards every time? They really are. These companies are trying to figure out how are their employees doing, and they don't want the manager to even know that a mystery shopper was inside. My mom did it once before for an actual clothing store. And she walked in there, they gave her $150. She walked in there, bought her a nice little dress. No one greeted her. When she got to the cash register, no one offered her the credit card. And I was like, well, that's good. But those were the type of questions that she was asked when she came back and provided her receipt. And she told me like, hey, when she agreed to it, she had to do it within the next 7 to 10 business days. And then within 7 to 10 business days, she had to provide the receipt and then she had to fill out the survey at the end of it. And then they paid her on top of the $150. I think they gave her like $100 for just doing it once she completed the receipt. So literally, you got to go in there. You do have to spend the money because you have to go up to the cash register and go throughout the whole product. But if you do that, that's an extra easy $100. That's a fun $100, and you can take that money and go buy clothes, or take that money, do it for a grocery store. Go do that. Here's another one that I'm even considering doing because I have 2 cars, right? And I'm always thinking of ways. Okay, how can I put extra money in my house? You know, in my account. Not that I need it, but hey, I'm always thinking about what can I do? Okay, how can I generate some extra stream of income? And so you can rent your car out. There is a huge shortage of rental cars right now, and so these rental car companies are charging crazy prices to rent a car. Well, you can put your Honda, you could put your Acura, you could put your Toyota, you could put your BMW, you could put your Mercedes on companies like Turo and rent it out for cash every single day. If you are going to be working from home, right? And let's say you're sitting at home, man, I will go get your groceries. I will go get, everything you need for that week and keep your behind home. You're saving money. You're not out there spending gas. You're making money by sitting at home, okay? And you can put your car in there, man. I mean, let's say, for an example, you got a real nice Honda Accord. It's clean. It's not too old. Good mileage on the car. Man, you can rent that thing out anywhere from $60 to $100 a day right now. And it'll be cheaper than the actual rental companies. They will even catch an Uber to your house, to your apartment, get the car, boom, take it, bring it back to you, catch an Uber back to the airport, catch an Uber back to wherever they're going. So if you do that at $50 a day, you know what I'm saying, you get to rent it out for 4 days, that's $200 that is in your car, that you made from your car, and then you can require them to wash your car and to fill it back up with gas. So now you got gas. You got a full tank of gas, clean car, $200 in your pocket. Now, you do got to be wise and make sure you have the proper insurance on your car, all right? But if I was you, if I'm doing this on Turo, what I'm going to do is have them get insurance through Turo. Because, the world is not stopping, okay? It's not going to be like COVID to where nothing is going on. Everyone is not going to be in their house, okay? Companies are not going to completely 100% shut down. We may see some small companies shut down, but your Best Buys, Walmart's, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, what's another one? Wayfair, McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A. These companies are not shutting down. The top 500 companies in the world are not going to shut down. They may maneuver, so the economy is still going to move. This is normal, you guys. This happens. Our kids are going to go through a recession. Their kids are going to go through a recession. What we have to do is just be wise and listen to what I'm teaching you all. Stay the heck away from debt. Get creative with how you're generating income. When you generate income, live below your means. That's it. I'm not saying live cheap, live frugal. No, what I'm saying is, look at your budget, be real with yourself, and do not max out your spending. Why? Because, Anthony, we desire freedom. We desire peace. I'm sleeping good at night. Some of y'all watching right now are sleeping good right now. And the rest of you all who are a little nervous and not sleeping as good, I want you to sleep good with me. But that sounded kind of... let me reword that. I want you to sleep good like me. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be at your house. Not mine. At your house. And I want you to be like, you know what? Cool. We're gonna ride it, man. We are going to ride it. Okay. Here's another thing you can do to make some extra income. You can consider renting out a room in your house to a friend. Maybe their rent is coming up and they're saying, yo, I'm listening to AO. I'm trying to get my money right. Me too. Yo, How about we just rent together? You got a 2-bedroom. Let me get in there and I pay half of the rent. It saves you half, saves me half. We can put this money and put it towards savings account, put it towards paying off our debt. We can really start getting ahead of what possibly may be coming down the road right now. Are you cool with that? Yo, listen, man, listen. I don't care if you're 30, 20. I don't care if you're 40. If you are in a position to where someone paying half of your mortgage or your rent, it will help you out tremendously. Yo, set your pride aside. And I'm telling you right now, even like I know ladies, y'all say girlfriends. Man, now's a great time to have your girlfriends rocking with you. Y'all can all split the groceries. You can split the mortgage payment, the rent payment. You know, y'all can split the light bill. Y'all can get in there and stack this bread. Stack the bread. If you have a house and it has a lower area with the bedroom and its own little entrance, man, you need to be renting that thing out. Hotels are expensive. I'm going to Miami and I'm like, Lord Jesus, I'm spending $700 on a hotel room. DC is right around $500-$600 for the hotel. I remember when suites was like $150, $200. A regular room was like $69, $79 a few years ago. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Inflation. COVID. Recession. We're going to be all right. We're going to ride this wave. And we're going to get to the other side of this. We're going to laugh. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have stories. But we're going to be like, man, we was all right. Hey, yo, stuff works. Living without debt, it works. It works. Now, let me tell you this. Do not look at your 401k. Do not look at your investments. Oh my God, Anthony, I lost money. Oh my God, Anthony. You know what? I won't know if I lost money or not until I talk to my financial advisor. I have a financial advisor, right? And when I talk to him, probably won't talk to him till like September, October. I'm not looking at the account. You know why? Because I haven't lost nothing. I will lose it when I pull it out. It's on paper right now. I'm investing for the long-term play. I'm investing for when I I'm investing for when I retire. I don't like the word retire. I'm investing for when I get 80-something years old and I'm done talking to y'all every Monday and Wednesday. And I'm ready to live off of the compound interest. That's when I will be concerned. When I'm ready to withdraw from my investments to live off of. But right now, I'm striving. I'm great. Yeah, I know I've lost something, but I'm not even going to put myself through an emotional roller coaster by looking at it and by panicking and then by taking it out. What the heck? The moment I take it out, I'm screwed. You're screwed. Ride it. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. Ride the wave. I invested a little bit in the crypto. I don't have no regrets of that because that was like play money. Instead of me buying, new pair of shoes or, going golfing one weekend, I put money in the crypto. I probably lost it all. I don't know. I don't know. My IRAs, my mutual funds and stuff like that, I haven't looked at it. I haven't. Why? Because one, I want to protect my emotional being and I don't want to see that. If I see a dip on paper, naturally, I'm going to be like, ooh, whoa, hold up. Let me take it out before I lose money. No, because the moment I take it out, I just lost it all. I can't grow that anymore. And so what I'm encouraging you to do is stop panicking. Now is the time for you to get laser focused on the things that you can control. I'm still putting money into my investments. I'm still going to put money into it. I'm still going to put money into it. So some of y'all have asked me, and you was like, Anthony, what are some things that we can invest in during a recession? Such a good question. Like, I love y'all, man. Listen, If you're one of the people and you're saying, hey, yo, well, I have a question. Listen, I'm going to be answering questions every single show. You can go to the table. You can email the table at anthonyoneal.com. That is the table at anthonyoneal.com. Put in the subject line, question for the table. Send me 2 to 3 sentences, max 1 paragraph of the questions you want. You can either call in, Zoom in with us, and we'll do it live with you so people can see your beautiful face or your handsome face. Or I can read the question and just do it. But man, y'all sent me some good questions. And this one young lady on Instagram, she said, hey, Anthony, what are some things I can invest in during recession? I am not concerned about losing my job. I am 100% debt free, excluding my mortgage. What should I be doing during this time? That's a great question. Here's the very first thing we all should be doing. We all should be doing this during the recession, investing into yourself, getting the wisdom and the knowledge. You should be reading books. You should be listening to podcasts. You should be studying, listening to other experts and studying what they're learning, studying what they're doing. Right now, I mean, throughout the week, I'm not watching TV. Lately, I've been watching the NBA Finals, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not watching TV. Anytime I get some free time, man, I'm online. I'm reading blogs. I'm reading stats and facts of things that are happening within my particular career space. I am reading books that are teaching me things about where I am, because I'm really passionate about making being debt-free sexy. And I'm looking at different ways on how I can make debt-free become even sexier, even popular, especially within the Black and minority community. I'm learning that, okay, I could teach them how to be debt-free, but I also have to expose them on how they can make more money. And how they can make more money, I really do believe that, you know, the influencer space is where social media was 10 years ago. Social media wasn't as hot 10 years ago. Cell phones really weren't as hot 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You know, this whole metaverse and Web3, I have my friend Nona Jones, who's one of the executives at Facebook. She came by and she'll be on the show here next month. And she said, Anthony, the metaverse space, you got to look into that. You got to look into the metaverse space, because the metaverse space is where social media was 10, 15 years ago. Nobody really took Facebook and Instagram serious back then like they are now. She was like, Anthony, your show, The Table, needs to be in the metaverse. So I'm studying, okay, what are people looking into right now? I study NFTs, crazy. Not me. I don't do that. Not me. I studied cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. I played around with it just a little. I played with it so little that if I lost everything, I'm not tripping at all. But this metaverse world, this Web3 world, this digital world, oh yeah, I'm taking that serious. I'm already meeting with people and learning more about this. And how are you doing? One of my associates who I know of, we're not good friends, he built a whole church in there, and he's doing multiple 6 figures a year just off of the metaverse. Just by putting his church, not in a physical building, but putting his church inside of metaverse. So what should you be doing during this recession? When times are not as high, when the market is not booming, man, studying. So when you start investing into yourself and getting the wisdom and the knowledge and investing into your business, this is where millionaires are made. This is when you make the right moves based upon the right information, it sets you up to be a multimillionaire, because while everyone else was panicking, while everyone else was freaking out, while everyone else was doing stupid stuff, you were studying, you were preparing and setting up a foundation that you could build on. So when the market does start to rise back up, you were already prepared. You were ahead of the game. So that's what I'm doing. I'm investing. Number 2 is, man, consider buying real estate. If you are in a place right now, if you are in a place to where your job is guaranteed, your income is guaranteed, you have no concerns about your income dropping, and you are debt free, right? Man, I'm telling you right now, the housing market was zoo. It was zoo. I don't think the housing market is gonna go move. I think the housing market is just really gonna just level off. We may see a little, oop, but it's gonna level off. We may see a little, oop, but it's not gonna be growing as fast. And man, I think now will be a great time to, if you're in a position financially, okay, I want to say this again. If you're in a good position financially, you have a fully funded savings account, you have enough money to put down, I think now is going to be a good time to purchase a home if you're in that position. Now listen to me, because some of y'all watching me right now saying, I want a home, but you're living paycheck to paycheck. You don't need a home. You can't afford a home right now. I'm not talking to you. Listen to what I said at the beginning of the show. Get out of debt. Stop borrowing money. But if you are in a great position, now's a great time. And if you're looking for a great company that can help you out with that, hey man, listen, I have the best. Go to anthonyoneal.com/Churchill. Churchill, man, they are doing some amazing things, especially during this recession. They're going to give you a lightning fast, guaranteed pre-approval, certified pre-approval that's going to let you know you've already been through manual underwriting. They've already checked out your financials. They've already checked out your assets. They already see what your credit is. If you don't have credit, they're working with you. Easy, right? So you'll have that. So when you go out into the market and you go to the seller and they're saying like, hey, listen, I mean, is this a legit pre-approval? Yeah, it's a certified pre-approval. It's so certified that Churchill is going to give you on top of that a $5,000 guarantee that, hey, once he or she has the certified approval, we're saying, hey, we're good as long as the house comes back good with the appraisal and the inspection and stuff. We're good on our end. But if something was to happen, you'd be able to keep the earnest money and an extra $5,000 because that's what Churchill stands on. They believe and they know they are the truth in the business. Then not only that, man, here's one thing I really love about them. That interest rate is going up. Interest rate is going up, but Churchill is going to give you the best interest rate possible, and they're going to lock you in for 90 days. So as interest rates are going up, Churchill is going to lock in your rate. So this gives you enough time to breathe and to find the home that you and your family desire. And you don't have to rush. You don't have to be fearful of the interest rate going up again and you losing this and now you can't afford a house because the interest rate done went up. No. Once you get locked in with your rate, you have 90 days to find your house. So I want you to go to anthonyoneal.com/Churchill. And especially for all people, but even for more so for minorities, man, listen, one of the quickest ways we can close this wealth gap is by becoming homeowners. And if you're in a position, or if you're watching this and saying, Anthony, my income is good, I got a couple things I need to pay off, still give Churchill a call. Tell them that I sent you. Click the link in my show description, and they're going to walk you through like, hey, take care of this, take care of that. And you honestly may be able to get into a home today, or you may be able to get a home in the next 2 months. If you're in the middle of, trying to get some things situated financially, give them a call, shoot them a text, shoot them an email, go on my website. They'll reach out to you and they'll tell you, hey, let's work on it. Or, hey, you're in a good position now. Or, hey, you'll be there in 3 months. But if I was you all, if I was looking into real estate, I'm saying, man, the prices are not going to be rising. But for those of us who bought homes, like I bought a home during COVID, right? I don't believe we're going to lose the value of our home. Will it drop a little bit? I don't know. I don't think so. I've studied the past, and I don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to be 2008, y'all. Okay, I really don't. Here's number 3. Still invest into your 401ks and into the stock market. If you have your job, now is a great time to be taking advantage of that company match. Okay, because there will be some people who will not be able to take advantage of that. So now is a good time to start keep that 15% going into, your 401ks, your mutual funds, whatever you got going on with you and your financial advisor. And if you do not have a financial advisor, you need to look up a financial advisor and really talk to them like, hey, I'm in a good situation. What are the best things I can do right now with my money to take advantage of this season? I'm still purchasing and giving money into my investments. I'm still taking advantage of it. Okay. And then as things change, we will assess. And if things change and I learn something new, I'll get back on here and I'm going to keep you all updated because we family. We family. We are family. We are family. We're family, y'all. We're family. We are going to be okay. All right. So listen. What are some things that we can save on? Because I really want to close with this. How long have we been doing the show? How long has it been? It's been... Okay, we're at 50. Yeah, I'm going to close this out. Listen. There are some things that... when it comes to savings, right? And I really want to say this. The average person in America cannot afford a $400... Well, can't afford a $400 emergency. I think it's like close to 50 to 60% of people in America. 40% of the people in America can't do a $400 emergency. And that's shocking. 7 out of... or is it 8 out of 10? Yeah, 8 out of 10 people are living paycheck to paycheck. And I really think it's just because no one's really taking the time to really sit here and to just save. And so I want to just end with this, you guys. Work towards saving 3 to 6 months of your expenses, or 3 to 6 months of your lifestyle. Right now, I would say don't worry about your lifestyle. I would say focus on 3 to 6 months of your expenses, bare minimum. And put that in an emergency fund. Put that in your prize pool savings account or whatever savings account you may have. I recommend doing a prize pool savings account only because, like I said, they're going to give you good interest rate and they're going to treat it like a lottery. You're still FDIC insured. You will not lose any money, but you may earn extra money for just allowing your funds to sit there on top of your interest rate. And yes, they do give you a debit card. So if you need to get access to that immediately, you have access to that with your debit card, right? But you got to pay yourself first. When you get paid, when you get this money, I'm still, listen, let me be honest with you all. Let me be honest with you. And some of y'all may not like this, but I just got to be honest. Man, I'm hungry. I'm going to be honest with you. I think one of the main reasons why I'm not fearful is because I'm a tither. I think one of the main reasons why I'm not fearful about this I'm about to say the pandemic. We're still in somewhat of a pandemic, but the reason I'm not as nervous is because I've been faithful, I've been a giver, and I've been obedient. And some of you, oh God, I hear you. I mean, I'm gonna upset some of you, but it's all good. Some of you need to tithe right now. Some of you need to get off of this show and go give God his 10%. You know why? God doesn't need it, but you need God. You need God's favor over your life. There's something on the inside of you. There's a business opportunity. There's a side hustle opportunity. There's a pay raise. There's a job promotion. There's something on the inside of you that hasn't been activated because God can't trust you with the little that you have. And that 10% activates God's favor and God's blessings over your life. Now, let me be honest with you, because I don't want to scare people. No, you're not sinning. You're not going to hell if you're not tithing. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, think about it. When you were obedient to your parents, you eventually got a reward. You had a little bit of favor. You were able to stay up a little bit later. You was able to go out and do things a bit more. You have kids. When your kids are obedient, you smile at them more. You kind of like, oh, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's how God is. Like, oh man, my son, my daughter is being obedient with their 10%. Let me bless them some more. They're making $40,000 a year right now. Let me send this. Let me activate this for them and go from 40,000 to making 60,000. Go from 40,000 to making $1 million with this business idea. I don't know what God can do and what God will do in your life. I don't want to sit here now like I'm prophesying, but what I do know is when we are obedient, especially in enduring hard times, that's when God activates His favor. Ooh, I'm loving this. Let me close this down. When you keep your 10% inside of you, that's a seed. Seeds don't grow inside of our hands. It stays exactly what it is, a seed. And then sometimes if it stays in there too long, it's dead. It will die. But when we let it go and we say, God, here you go, we plant that seed. Ooh, what happens to the seed? It grows. It grows bigger than what it was. So when we say, God, I'm giving you the 10%, not your local, we're not saying, here, church, here's your tithe. Here, pastor, here's your tithe. No, we're saying, God, here's your 10%. What we just did is we said, God, we know that this 10% will do better in your hands than in my hands. And I'm going to steward the other 90% well, because the other 90% is still not yours and ours. It's still His. We're called to manage that 90%. And so in the midst of a recession, in the midst of a pandemic, in the midst of hard times, those are the times you want to say, not just God, here's 10%. God, I fully believe in you. Here's another 1%. Here's another 2%. God, I'm activating your favor. Because I'm going to pray like it all depends on Him, and I'm going to work like it all depends on me. So when I say right now, what are the things you should be doing? Man, save. Once you get your check, give God His 10%. Once you get your check, give God His 10% and watch Him work. He is going to work things in your life that you could never do. I could never do for you. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife could not do for you. But God will. Give God a 10%, set aside money into your prize pool savings account. Get that fully funded emergency fund up. Okay? Assess your budget. Look at, okay, what can I do? Assess your budget. While you're assessing your budget, assess your job situation. Okay, what do I need to do? Is my job good? Talk to your manager. Talk to your boss. Have a candid conversation with him. Like, hey, what are we looking like? How are we as a company? Do we need to be concerned? What are we looking like? Respectfully, ask them that, and listen to them. They say, hey, listen, we're in a good position. Great. Hey, listen, we have this amount in savings and we're prepared for amount for this long time. Or they may say, hey, man, we're not in a good position and we're still assessing the situation. Cool, great. So while you're assessing your budget, you're assessing your job situation. Once you get a clear understanding of what your job situation is, boom, what's next? You put a plan based upon what you know. You put the vision on paper, you put a plan on paper, and you stick to whatever that plan is. Get you a side hustle, get you a side job. Go out there and get you income right now and stack all of it. If you dating someone, you and your man get out there and deliver food together. Get in the car and y'all do what y'all gotta do. If you got money, I would still say stop eating out. Stack bread. Start figuring out ways to bring in more income. And if you really, I believe a lot of you, not all of you, I believe that and I just hear it, I feel it, that a lot of you have something on the inside of you that I do believe you can make a lot of money just by sharing your opinion, by sharing, this is so good, by sharing your experience. You can guide people from your opinion and from your experiences. You can guide them to other experts. You can guide them to whatever they need, to a better life, to more love, to more money. Whatever that is, I want to help you do it. And so I'm going to drop all the information in today's show notes. 6 brand is the word. number six, BRAND, to 615-930-3431. And y'all, we're going to get through this. I'm going to be doing some more shows as I'm learning more, as I am getting more information. I'm going to keep us up to date, but we're going to be all right. You know, we may hit some bumps, we may hit some things, but it's going to be all right. Attack your debt. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, pause. Pay your minimum balances, get some money in the savings account, and keep rocking with me. Keep rocking with me. We're going to get through this thing, and we're going to laugh. We're going to celebrate. We're going to have a party. Love you. Peace out.